First of all, what is motivation? The definition for motivation is a reason for acting or behaving in a particular way. The first mistake people make when it comes to motivation is expecting it without motive. The definition for motive is a desire or willingness to do something. Therefore, motive requires you to be enthusiastic about something. If you do not have motive, then expecting motivation to just suddenly burst forth from within you is irrational. So first, what we must do is establish motive. To do this, start off first by figuring what your goal is. Whether it is to be able to do a pull-up, lose a stone, or run 10k, you need to first decide where you are going to devote your focus. Once you've done this, you then need to scrutinize it. This part is so important because so many of us set goals we actually do not care that much about. If there is no desire, then there is no motive, and you are simply setting yourself up for failure. If this is the case, then scrap that goal. Forget about what anyone else is doing or what you think they would consider to be a good goal to have. Take a step back and find something that you are truly passionate and enthusiastic about achieving. Once you have a goal and the motive to achieve it, completely forget about motivation. Motivation is that friend who is the life of the party but rarely ever attends functions. When motivation turns up, everything is amazing. But motivation is so unreliable, it is foolish, hanging all your hopes on something you simply cannot control. It wouldn't really be necessary to set personal goals if they weren't going to be difficult to achieve. And motivation is at its most flaky when you have to dig deep and work hard for something. So finding an alternative approach to creating progress towards your goal is vital. I believe the way we do this is by establishing self-discipline. One definition for discipline is to train oneself to do something in a controlled and habitual way. Two definitions for self-discipline are the ability to control one's feelings and overcome one's weaknesses, the ability to make yourself do things that should be done. So in order to achieve something, you have to be willing to put in the hours and work, come rain or shine. To do this, you need to be able to look in the mirror and honestly say to yourself, no matter what, you are 100% committed to doing X, Y times a week until you achieve Z. Now you can build things up. You don't have to commit to start training 7 days a week. You may just commit to training just once. And I strongly advise not biting off more than you can chew. The bottom line is that no matter how long it takes or how many times you have to adjust how you do it, you are completely invested in achieving it. Now there is one way I do try and use motivation to give my own efforts a bit of a boost, and that is to try and use motivation to encourage my own self-discipline. And you can try this. So if you have individuals that motivate you, rather than focusing on everything that they have achieved, focus on the fact that they also had hundreds of days where they didn't feel like doing something either, but it was their self-discipline that has brought them the success that they have today that you admire. And all you can do is work hard and get it done in order to follow in their footsteps. So my take-home messages are: establish motive by finding a goal you are truly passionate about, establish self-discipline and a routine you are willing to commit to, forget about motivation unless it can encourage your self-discipline, trust the process and keep going until you succeed.